My account name is bcop, obviously. So you know, if you guys could hook it up, that would be great. Or you know, just give me the Mirana set, and then I can gloat into Mo's face. I'd
I'll
be happy
swap
with
you.
that. No, I'm okay.
Oh, come on, man. Don't
I
do
don't
this
play
to me.
Mirana.
Do you not?
I'm just gonna hold it.
Just keep it. I love that hero. Please swap. Please love me.
Oh man, it's depressing. My luck has not been good. Although I would love to get that cosmically rare, you know,
RNG
piece emblem. No
No
Phoenix this time around, but Queen of Pain first for IG.
Yeah,
Alright, something different.
I don't mind this. I think it's fine. JT's played it really well so far in this tournament, and it could easily just be an emo hero as well.
10 seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
for sure. You know, the Queen of Pain had been banned, I think, both games in the first phase.
I think he got banned in Was it the
Second
first
phase in the second game, maybe.
Yeah, I can't remember, but I mean, at least we get to see it this time, right?
Yeah.
What's
Hopefully he's got the Arcana.
When we've seen the Quap in the previous days, the puck has been the answer to it, right? For the silence, for the coil. I don't know whether... Okay, RNG go for the Nyx, you said. It's also pretty good, right? Like, we've been seeing a little bit of this against these int cores. We've even seen a 1-4-1 Nyx skill build so far, which was... was it the SAG Nyx player, I think? Of course, if there's somebody going to be doing a funky build, it's probably going to be someone from SAG, isn't it? Let's be real. It doesn't matter what hero it is. Position 5 Mars, 1-4-1 Nyx.
Ooh, Shadow Shaman. Okay, so this is a support that you've been advocating for. That's for sure.
It's a support I advocate for, especially when there's an Nyx assassin in the game, though. Because, like, I talked about this before, how like, having this disabled that doesn't proc on Carapace is so big. Because, like, you can just hex him from so far away and it lasts ages. You can follow up with the Shackle by the time the Carapace is ended.
5 seconds remaining.
I like this a lot. And I think that a lot of these Chinese teams are very good at playing around the Shadow Shaman. Like, playing around, like, just dropping the wards, taking the engagements.
Mm-hmm.
I think it can be difficult to utilize well. Like, if you ever get caught in a bad position, you just die every single time. But if you're a well-versed Shadow Shaman player, it can be very effective.
So let's see what they look for here for Royal Never Give Up. Do they go into the early morphling?
The problem is, like, the puck doesn't even look good anymore, right? Because there's a shaman in the game.
Yeah.
Like, so, I mean, they could pick, like, Nature's Prophet or something as well. Is okay, I think. It's not amazing. But, like, Shaman's one of those heroes that if you pick it, it's never going to be bad. Like, if you pick it early on, because what does it give you? It gives you tower push, it gives you lockdown, it gives you wave clear, like with a nuke. Like, it gives you everything you could possibly need, right? So it's always going to do something, no matter how far in front or behind you are. Like, when you're playing from in front, Shadow Shaman feels insane, and when you're playing from behind, it always feels like at least okay.
Dire team ban.
Ooh, Jakiro. All right, so I really like this support. I'm a big advocate for Jakiro. I think the follow-up, just having the Ice Path follow-up is, I don't know. For me, I never see Jakiro as the initiator. I just see him as the continued lockdown and the harasser in lane.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, but again, it's a similar concept to when you pick Nyx, like, and it's the same as the Mirana. You need to make sure you have some, like, wave clear from your position 5. Yeah. So I think Jakiro is very good at that. I'll also say I think Jakiro against Shadow Shaman, an underrated thing here is, like, being able to use the Ice Path to cancel Shackle from far away. Because it can be really difficult, like, in these early stages of the game. There's sometimes when the Shadow Shaman just gets off a full duration Shackle, and you're there, like, how has he managed to do that? Like, it's just some little wizard shaman thing that just stands there the whole fight. So I think Ice Path is very good at that. They still ban the puck, by the way, on IG, even though they've got this shaman, which I'm very surprised about. I mean, I know it's annoying for Queen of Pain to deal with, but they do already have their answer.
What's the pick here for RNG mid if this Queen of Pain does end up mid? Because, so like you said, JT's been playing this Queen of Pain for IG mostly.
I mean, they could still pick Void Spirit if they wanted, but again, like these mobile heroes, not great against Shadow Shaman because they rely on their mobility so much. What other cores? Like Ember's still in the game potentially that either team could go for. I think RNG would be more likely to pick it up like next in their draft. They need to pick like an offering that doesn't need too much help as well. Joe, I want to see Darkseer actually with the Knicks. That sounds fun, and they have Jakiro as well for their surge, for their vacuum into Ice Path.
Vacuum Ice Path Meteor Hammer from the Knicks.
Do AM's banned? Like, this is it. This is the Darkseer game. If there's ever going to be a Darkseer game, it's this one actually. And then you pick like Ember Darkseer, right? Oh, please.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
And Helm of Dawn's really good now as well.
Begging to the gods to get the Darkseer game.
Please.
Just type it in all chat, dude.
I speak for the
Oh, boo. They go back for the Nature's... Okay, fair enough.
Hey, could be their safe laner. Darkseer's still on the docket.
Should I just type it in all chat? Hey, can you pick Darkseer, please?
RNG, you guys mind if I draft for you?
Just let us draft for both of them.
5 seconds remaining.
So they're probably going to pick their other support here. They need something that gives like deals with the treant in lane, like just treants. Sorry.
RNG.
I mean, Jakiro is historically the good one, but also it's actually 5 Shaman, 4. I mean, it could be 5 Rubik. I was about to say before, by the way, we haven't seen a Rubik game all day, and then I looked at RNG's heroes when they picked Rubik, and I was like, oh, this is insane. Like, the Fade bot's really good against the treants in lane because it stops them from doing any damage. And it's also really good at stealing from Nyx and Jakiro. Like, if you ever get Impale or Ice Path, it feels insanely good.
So you're just having the Rubik follow Nature's Prophet most likely then, right?
In laning stage, I think you put the Rubik wherever the Nature's Prophet is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a 5 Shadow Shaman still, and they put the Rubik as 4 just because how good of a Rubik game it looks so far.
Yeah, having 6 quick enough to throw Wrath of Nature back, like, just that alone feels so good.
And they're going to want to lane up the Queen of Pain against the Ursa as well, I imagine, in an ideal world. So it's probably going to be JT's hero, right? You would assume. So now they need to pick up one of their cores. And they want something that can like deal with Ursa in the mid. I mean, Kunkka's still in the pool. Like it doesn't look like a bad Kunkka game at all. Like go Halberd first for the Ursa. They could still go Ember if they wanted as well. It doesn't do great in Ember against Ursa in the laning stage, but. What else is there?
I mean, could go Kunkka, right? Just continue that control.
Yeah, the Kunkka's fine. I think TB's okay as well. It doesn't feel amazing, but it feels pretty good. You can go for that Halberd early on if you really wanted to as well. It depends what kind of direction they want to go with their draft. Yeah, like do they want to be greedy or do they want to fight early on? The TB looks pretty good here.
Yeah, I mean, you got that call. I know production was talking about maybe letting you go after last game, so got to show your value.
Wait, why? Why after last game? What happened?
Seconds remaining.
You got the Marset.
Oh yeah,
no,
true.
It wasn't my decision.
Remaining.
Production were like, "How dare he be lucky? Get out our face." I think this Kunkka's still going to be banned. I think IG would pick up this Kunkka still as like their last hero overall. I'd be very surprised if it got let through, especially after how Emo played it last game. Yeah, there's the Ember ban.
Still think you can go Kunkka.
Dire team ban.
You could, and honestly, you could still throw the Queen of Pain mid. Like, doesn't necessarily need to be a JT hero. Mars is available.
I mean, what other mid heroes are there though that they could play? Like, JT, does he want to play some like Pangolier? Potentially might be pretty good here.
5 seconds remaining.
That sounds really good, actually. like the lane isn't good up against the Ursa. Like you kind of give Ursa the free laning stage, but it gives you this team fight that you're lacking a little bit of. Like the disarm's insanely good. The wave clear's really good against the Nature's Prophet as well. Your lineup's potentially a little bit greedy, but it is very mobile. Maybe they feel like they need something a bit more tanky. Like Centaur's still in the pool if they want a Centaur Rubik, even though there's an Ursa been picked. Maybe that doesn't sound great, but I think the Queen of Pain against the Ursa in like a 1 against 1 laning stage though feels insanely good. Like in terms of core matchups. Because you always have that blink away, right? And the dagger's so annoying for Ursa to deal with. I still think if the Kunku doesn't get banned IG, you'll just take it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Remaining.
I will say it looks like a pretty good timber game for RNG
5
though.
seconds remaining.
Up against this Terrorblade. If they pick like this Kunku and they just pick the timber saw for themselves.
Ban the Dazzle.
RNG
So they're thinking that, okay, yeah, they won't go Queen of Pain for JT. They'll just go Abaddon, and that's Abaddon's first game of the tournament.
Didn't see that one coming.
Not really.
Well, it's okay. Like it gives them the purge as well, which is really nice for the TB, like the save.
10 seconds remaining.
Which I guess they value more having like that defensive capability on their team.
5
The shield's pretty good
remaining.
against Ursa in lane as well because it stops the slow coming through.
Lena, you may
Oh my
now
God.
select your
They go
heroes.
Lena, which,
Interesting.
yeah, should be their mid.
Well, yeah, it should be, but at the same time, I wonder how this like Lena itemizes. Because the Ags up, like the Aetherland's Ags, like your stuff is really good against the TB, right? Like this pure damage is crazy. And normally, a lot of these TB games that we've seen so far this tournament, what happens is the TB ends up just farming jungle for ages, right? And they really struggle to like send a hero in that can just blow him up straight away. Lena's insanely good at that. And like going through the jungle, you know, getting in with a Yules into a stun, into all the burst damage coming through. I'm secretly thinking this Shadow Shaman might be a saving grace though this game.
10 seconds
I think
remaining.
it could do some absolute work. Like this Rubik and Shadow
5
Shaman support
seconds
duo,
remaining.
it feels like a really good game for. Like anything you steal as the Rubik from Lena, Jakiro, or Nyx usually feels pretty good here. Maybe Carapace not so much, but and that's like the only one out of all 3 heroes.
I'm not really sure I like this Lena.
What's wrong with it?
I mean, I feel like JT could just save some of these heroes or make sure that Lena really doesn't feel so effective, you know?
Sure, but at the same time, like lanes up really well against Queen of Pain, right? Like, 'cause you can keep your distance all the time, so you're never going to get daggered. I'd be very surprised if Emo put a point in it, to be honest. If he'll probably just end up going 0-4-4 and just being really mobile on the map and trying to burst down and farm quickly. But the Lena's really good, but it's high risk, high reward, right? Because if it ever gets caught out this game, it can just die. Like, Queen of Pain is mobile, remember? If the Queen of Pain blinks in, finds the Lena quickly with like a +1, Lena's just going to die. And that's a problem. And it's a lot of your damage on RNG's line. Like, if the Lena disappears at the start of a fight, where's your burst coming from?
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're like it is high risk, high reward, but I think it could work. It depends how much it can get done in the mid game, because it's so snowball like heavy that if you make a couple of mistakes early on, we saw it from DD yesterday for SAG. Like, it just felt so underwhelming afterwards.
Prepare
So,
for battle.
any specific way you want these lanes to set up?
I think that it's just going to be pretty standard, I would imagine. Like, Ursa, Jakiro, Nature's Prophet, Nyx, and then Abaddon, Rubik, and Shaman with the TB. I will say this TB might have a really difficult time, though, in the laning stage. Like, he has high armor versus the Prophet, which is nice. But, unfortunately for him, it's like, the Shaman doesn't really help him too much in the laning stage. They don't... Maybe they send Kaka top still? I don't know, but... Well, I kind of hope they do, actually.
I thought I disconnected for a second, just because I saw all of IG dancing at the disco ball.
30
And it's kind of
seconds
like
to
that
battle.
floating, like, are they lagging kind of look.
JT is a fiend for these consumables. We have seen it. Like, what is this Abaddon dancing? Look at the horse. It's going crazy. It's just cutting its head off every time as well.
Yeah, that's pretty rude. Good D ward there for Kaka over mid.
Yeah, that's really nice,
Battle
actually.
begins.
And Ollie gets the ward mid as well. Look at JT just being an absolute pain with his consumables. Throwing a pepper at Ollie? Like, this is not how you... Oh, hang on. So they're actually just... They're swapping lanes because they see the Ursa top and they want to put the Abaddon against the Ursa. Okay, that makes more sense. And they want the TB up against the Nature's Prophet. Yeah, I wonder whether Kaka TP's here to lane up against the Prophet with the TB. Maybe not.
No.
5-5.
Oh, it's stung by September.
Okay, conjure image. I'm okay with that. There's a lot of TVs that'll go metamorphosis level 1 like before the lane even starts.
Yeah, it's
Which
not great.
I'm not a fan of.
The conjure images only give 2 gold each at level 1, which is kind of cute. I think they're really going to struggle down here on IG. Like, this Nature's Prophet is so strong in the laning stage, and this TV is, like we said, has no help. The good thing is, like, the lane's pushing in towards him, so at least he's going to get farm here, but it just allows Jakiro to freely pull now, right? I mean, Ollie's probably going to go and try and deal with it, but it's not easy.
And he comes over, trying to get the pull. Trying to do what he can, and... Ooh. Well done by Ollie.
Yeah, this is really nice as well, because the TB's getting all the solo XP in the lane here as well. Like, he's almost level 3. Ollie's actually done a really good job there.
He really needed that pull to come through, but when you're unable to get Ollie off of it, it's very easy for him to just continue to stymie that attempt.
Mid lane going really well for the Lina as well. 8-4 against the Quops 5-1. I'm really surprised Emo's taken 2 points in this dagger, by the way. I don't know about this. Like, obviously in the mid game it's going to be really good against the Ursa and stuff, but in the laning stage, I don't know how much effectiveness you can get out of this dagger.
Yeah, you were talking it was probably going to be 0-4-4, but a bit of a change.
He is managing
the
to...
harassment's okay.
Yeah. Oh no, he cancelled
That
Emo's
salve
salve.
stop. Right into the LSA.
That's really bad for Emo. I think he's going to have to bring more regen out here. Yeah, he is. Another salve, another mango, but I think this is really good for Setsu. Like, he's going to push him really hard into the lane now with the level 2 Dragon Slave.
Yeah, you know, Emo did want to find himself getting that null talisman, potentially, you know, a bottle earlier, but I don't know if that's as much of an option anymore. You're gonna have a bottle pretty quick for Setsu, that's for sure.
Yeah, like, look at the difference in CS. It's 16-10 against 6-2. Like, Setsu's actually destroying this lane, and it's not close.
September makes the big long walk back.
Dire's
No,
structures are
leave.
fortified.
Emo?
I don't leave the Ursa to
Mid
have
lane,
his
mid
own
lane?
good time, and yeah, oh, Setsu, Fairy Fire. That should be enough.
He has the bottle coming out on Courier now, though, as well. And Emo is still very far away. That's a massive play by Emo, though, because it basically gives him a free wave where Setsu can't really come in. So it's really going to help him get towards, like, some actual items rather than just regen for himself. Because the problem is, if you start buying more regen, you don't buy any normal items. Oh, and he finds a regen rune. Oh my
That's
god.
perfect for him. Abaddon, though, gets low. The chase is on. Monet, one more shot needed. But Kaka with the body blocks.
Insane.
Couldn't be more perfect than that to keep alive the Abaddon. But Shadow Shaman just TPing away.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Even with that regen, Emo now forced to salve again.
I mean, that's just the pressure that can come out from the Lina, though. She just needs to fill up her bottle at the 5-minute mark from the bounty rune.
God, and this is still, I think, just a struggle for Emo in the moment, but it could get better with Ollie coming in. He doesn't have the hacks, but he does have the shackle, and this should secure the kill. Setsu stuns up the Quap, but it's not going to matter. They won't have a follow-up to that.
Really nice by Ollie there as well, because not only does he like make the rotation happen, but I think he also took the bounty rune as well, right? Yeah, I know Kaka did. Okay, and then he didn't. He was going to use Ether Shock to take the kill, and he just stopped. He was like, "Why would I do that? Like, Emo's got this. I want the goal to go to him." So, yeah, really well played by Ollie. He's having a fantastic game so far. And now the Queen of Pain hits level 6 first. So.
Oni taking some damage. He's silenced, but September comes over. He's trying to land a stun. Gets it. They'll take out JT. You see September wind up and pump fake that once. But now Emo over mid. He ends up dead.
What's that? Oh, that's the... I think he just hit level 6 or something off a creep and got the Laguna Blade off. And now he gets an Arcane Ring. Cool. Of course he does.
And this is now a 1,000 net worth lead for RNG. Early goings of this game are fine for them, but at the same time, Firefly, he has continued to farm and it sits top of the net CS. And that does have him second on the net worth behind Flywind, who's actually having a really good time. This is similar to what we saw, I would say, with SAG. I think the only difference was Fly just ended up dying a couple of times. JT, he's getting low. They'll look after Kaka. Flywind comes in. So should be able to secure this kill. Fade Bolt doesn't matter. And they might even want to go for JT. They could have the Treants just take the aggro from this tower.
There's no way JT gets away with this again. Do you remember when he did this before? Was it JT, I think?
I think so. How does he just skirt that? Like, nobody looked to the right at all. And now Setsu, with all the time being spent up
oh my god,
top,
Fly makes
they're not going to lose one. They're going to lose two. And they take out Setsu, they lose Super, the TP over from September to try and get one. Wants Ollie, but a Sunder Spike Carapace, they will get Ollie. And now Emo, he blinked into this, so he's dead. And Flywind needs to make an escape. Might want to sprout and body block with those Treants.
He's going to try and finish him off with the illusion as well. Oh my god, Emo gets the kill on September from the dagger, I think, as well. Oh, Kaka's here. Hello.
Oh, it takes a kill.
Yeah,
sure
that's
that was
right.
necessary.
Dude, if I'm playing Rubik now, I'm taking the kill every single time. Give me that gold. Like, he's halfway to level 6, by the way, now on the Rubik. Like, he's got so much XP. Because I think it's because JT's died so many times up in top lane. Well, I say so many times. He died that one time. He lost out on a load of XP under tower, and the Rubik managed to take it all. And like we said, it's a really good Rubik game, though. So if Kaka gets these levels, not only does it mean he's going to hit this level 6 early, it means the tome can go over to Ollie on the Shaman at the 10-minute mark. So he's also going to be able to get his levels online relatively quickly. And he's actually only 20 gold off the Arcane Boots on Rubik already. Well,
Wrath of Nature.
Yeah. God, he's actually gone 4... You remember I said he might not level Dagger?
Yeah. It's gone 4-1-1.
I don't understand. Like, obviously this is really annoying to play against, and it's okay, but like, what do you do with it? Like, you can't gank now. Like,
Hex on a Setsu. Ice Path stops the Shackle, but Setsu throws the Laguna with the Impale. Will get the kill on Emo. He doesn't even die. Oh, he just goes down. I wasn't certain he was going to die in that situation. The damage was just coming out so fast onto the Shadow Shaman.
And now they're just going to go for this mid-tier 1 as well, with all these trees being spawned. Just cutting the creep wave. Like, the Ursa rotates in as well here, so this is massive. Like, at least they can clear the creep wave here with the double AoE. Kaka.
game starting to even back up. Terrorblade continuing to farm, only 300 behind the Nature's Prophet.
I mean, the big worry for me at the moment is Emo though on the screen of pain.
You might just kill him. Emo's here. Flywind's dead.
Radiant's
Okay,
bottom
big
tower
kill.
is under attack.
Yeah, and they're
Emo-
going top for JT.
Emo would have loved that 300 gold, but never mind. Yeah, he has no ult on
No,
JT,
man, no
unfortunately.
borrowed time. Monet just rips him apart.
That you heard not my warnings.
Who's just this Helm of Dom? Is it
Radiant
JT's?
structures
Yeah, of
are
course it is.
fortified.
I know, this Abaddon last pick just doesn't seem to be
Radiant's
working.
bottom tower is under attack.
Like, in theory, it sounds really good, like, with their, like, whole, like, situation they have going on. It's like with the purge for the TV and stuff, but
Radiant's top
this laning
tower
stage has
is
been
under
absolutely
attack.
horrendous for, like, the Queen of Pain and the Abaddon.
Radiant's
And this was the
bottom
lane
tower
matchup they
is
wanted,
falling.
right? Like, they picked the Abaddon knowing that it was going to have to lane against the Ursa.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So Fly skips reflection. He's got the 441 or the 0441. He's having a good time. It's top of the net worth now ever since they rotated and got the kill on the Nature's Prophet. And
Radiant's
I
bottom
mean, this is
tower
what
under
again
attack.
what we saw from SAG, but I guess not going up against the Faceless Void who could just Chronosphere him and take him out.
Radiant
Ollie drops the
structures are
Shaman was
fortified.
mid, by the way. This is...
Dire's structures are fortified.
I don't know how good this is. Like,
Double damage.
can the TB come in and connect here? Like, he doesn't have meta for 60. What are they
Fire
expecting to
down,
happen
Impale
here?
hits. Wow, Ollie gets blown up. Now they've got the sprout around JT, but
Borrowed
he's got
targets
himself a
popped.
Quelling Blade.
I don't really know about that. Like, okay, they get a lot of damage on the tier 1. It's pretty good, right? Like, next time they drop the shower was mid, that tower's probably going to die. But I think that move works more if Fly can rotate in and, like, connect with them with the meta, but he doesn't have it up. At least they forced a load of TPs as well, I guess. That's just to make more space for the TB. You know what? This net worth distribution reminds me of SAG for IG.
And the 4 protect 1 kind of one.
Yeah, well, they're just the 2 and the 3 are really like suffering, but at least they're like one's just like free farming the jungle and stuff, right?
Ooh, September.
You called out
September dead, but still 1,000 net worth lead right now for RNG. Losing September is not the biggest thing in the world. Setsu setting up potentially for another kill over mid if he could grab it on the Emo if he steps too far forward. Needs to be careful. Kaka right behind him. If they get the stun, they'll follow it up with an Ice Path. And the Macro Pyre. Laguna Blade comes in. Emo, though, blinks away. Burns out of the Macro Pyre. They get that kill. Ether Shock thrown in from Ollie. Kaka, what does he have right now? Just Impale. He didn't steal anything in that entire engagement. Ice Path comes in. LSA. The stun is there with the right click damage from Setsu and Flywind to get another 2.
He stole Ice Path though on the Rubik, which is nice, but like I don't know if it matters at this point. I'll be honest. Like Setsu's playing this Lina so well though. Like compare this to like how effective the Lina was yesterday. And this is after Lina has like 3 deaths in the game already, right? And he's still getting things done. Look, these rotations that RNG are making just look so good. Like they're so clean, right? Like they drop the Mac Propyre like even just before the LSA hits because they have trust in each other.
TB just still up there, continuing to farm. And it's look at the discrepancy between him and the Ursa. But Ursa's about to have that battle fearing. And he'll farm. His farm will start to skyrocket.
I'm gonna smoke up here. With Setsu, it's the Yule's reveal.
Dire are scanning. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They can kill
They
TB,
really want
that's
the TB.
massive. September.
This is what we were saying though. They have to.
Can't show under the
Oh.
tower. Needed that Impale. I think you just go
Why?
Impale in that situation.
Yeah, but why don't they just wait for the Lina to come? Like
Yeah,
with the Yules.
Have the Yules.
It's a little bit. I think September felt like he had to use his spells there because he already committed to them, right? Like, it's like, oh my god, I'm playing Nyx. I could just like hit him with Vendetta and it.
Top tower
They're
does
TPing
damage.
mid. They want to save this Nature's Prophet. No way that's happening. Sonic Wave. I
Dire's structures
think it was
are
after he
fortified.
died.
Yeah, I think it was.
Dire's top tower is
They get the
under
tower though.
Radiant's
good.
middle tower has fallen.
Works out, I guess.
Like, this is what I was saying. That fight goes so much better when like they can connect with the TV as well. And they're gonna smoke up here and start to head towards top. Monet almost has that battle
Dire's
fury.
top
He's
tower
about 20
is
gold
under
off.
attack.
He needs to try and if he dies here, this is terrible. Like, this is gonna be so sad.
Oh, he just has to survive long enough to be able to buy out. Stolen Ice Path locks him up. 5 more gold.
Oh, he had the gold. He just didn't buy.
So close.
They picked up a bounty ring just before he died.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
And now they're gonna lose super again. Gosh. That's unfortunate.
Rubik's almost finished the Aetherlands. Yeah, no, he has it. Right, okay.
And gold are linked.
Worthy
It's pretty good for him. Rubik's actually really farmed. If you look at all the 4 supports in this game, like, he has 1,000 net
Yeah.
worth ahead of the Knicks.
He's going to the Blink Dagger. He's got Aether Lens, which is great.
I'm still worried about Emo though. He's having to go BKB first item this game.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
TP's to the tier 2. They're chasing the Abaddon.
Radiant's top tower
JT now
is fallen.
silenced. Sprout's there, but he's got the Quelling Blade as he's had since the beginning of the game. Earthshock forward. Monet will move in, but the borrowed time is used. So here comes TB into the Metamorphosis. Looks over at Super. A couple of shots with the Hex. They should be able to get the kill, but I say that. LSA with the Laguna blows up Fly. They finally take out Super. The Ice Path lands on a couple to finish off Ollie. Look over at Kaka. The Sprout around him, but the Earthshock away. Impale short. And, well, RNG, they destroy TV.
Dire's
He
bottom
used that
tower
meta to
is
start
under
that
attack.
fight and still died almost immediately.
But that's exactly why they picked Alina though, right? For that exact reason that just happened. He's even gone BOTs actually. Wow, there's an Orchid on the Nature's Prophet. And they're gonna find JT.
Leave us.
This Nature's Prophet's actually huge. I didn't even realise how farmed he was. I've just clicked him and seen his items. Like,
And he's top of the net worth, dude.
but like, he's ahead of the TV now. He almost has Orchid BKB at 17 minutes into the game, BCOP. Like, this is bonkers. Oh, there's a Nether Shawl for Setsu as well. Oh,
man.
insane.
Spike Carapace, September spotted, September gone.
TB really needs to get this Skadi online. The thing is, like, normally people might say, "Oh, no, just go BKB," but the problem is, this Lena's going to go Ags eventually, right? And then the BKB's like, they just need the TB just needs stats to survive, which is also really sad because you're playing against Nyx. Burn's going to do more damage.
LSA. Wi-Fi again. They've got the Kikiro this time. Look at the Kuna
Oh, they
Super
caught the
Wrath
Lina.
of Nature. Doing quite a bit. Shackle Sunder, Sonic Wave. Monet jumps in. I don't know about this one. He wants Ollie, but oh dear. The Aphotic Shield, the damage is out, the kill is there, and they are feeding over a lot of gold into the hands of IG.
They just have to they just have to cut ties and let the Jakiro go there. But like the Ursa and the Lina hesitated for like long periods. And so they just found the +1s. This really good Observer Ward from IG, if you see in like the Radiant top jungle, it just allowed them to catch the lift on the Lina because it saw her like right on the edge of the ward. And it's not only going to get them these like 3 kills, but now they get the Roche as well. And all of a sudden, like they're just back in this game.
To the Dire.
They have to walk out the pit one by one because the wards are just blocking everybody. And that's so good for IG. Like, their 2 and their 3 are still a big problem, but the other thing is it's not even like they just take the Roche for themselves. They also take it away from the Ursa lineup, right? Like, I still don't think the game looks amazing for them, but it looks okay now.
Yeah, I mean, the even of the net worth is certainly a great feeling, but a lot of that is on the TB. The second the TB dies, I think the fights just so much so favor RNG.
Yeah. At least they have the Rubik effect going for them as well.
God, Ollie. break, silence. BKB from Flywin. They've got the telekinesis on the Nyx Assassin. Everybody's here for the side of IG. Maybe biting off a bit more than they can chew.
Oh. Kaka stole the Impale. This could be like massive, right? Because this Impale, when he gets more points than Arcane Supremacy as well, is going to last a long time. And it's really good against the Ursa. If you can ever get like a lift into an Impale off, the control lasts forever. Like, it feels amazing.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And this is, you know, RNG trying to split the map, but they lose a couple of heroes here. They're looking at the BKB on, you know, both their 1 and 2.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top
So
tower
you lose numbers on an aggressive play that's not including your 2 hardest hitters.
Yeah, Fly has to be careful down here. Nyx doesn't have Vendetta for 5, but I thought they might try and rotate more heroes down here on RNG, but they trade it 1 for 1 on the tier 2s.
Finally, luckily keeping these lanes pushed out.
Abba finishes his Vlads as well. It's really nice. He's just going full utility. Helmadom, Vlad's, Pipe. And you say, oh, Helmadom's not utility anymore. It is when you get a little speed creep following you around everywhere. That's utility.
Speed creep moving at 425? No, 476. Getting that extra 12% movement speed.
They caught the Jakiro here.
Yeah, they're going to get super. And again, just one by one by one, IG are pulling their way back into the game.
Yeah, and now they find Monet with the clumsy net. Stuff. I will say Ursa does have BKB now, though, along with his Battle Fury. So they actually look really strong on the Radiant side. Because they're going to have these 3 BKBs all up at once soon. Like, Setsu's almost finished his as well. I think that's going to be go time at that point.
Dire are scanning. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Bot lane.
Yeah, now they've got the Nature's Prophet. Again, it's just one after the next. Shackles are there. They'll get the tier 1 tower. But
that's
can they kill
BKB.
BKB? And there's the kill. They get that kill and they look over at this. Lina, Fly dies. Setsu goes down. They'll lose Emo's first life.
Oh, they don't have Ice Path or Impale.
To get the Impale.
Oh, this is Yule's.
Yule's Ice Path lands, and now you have the lockdown to get this kill. So Fly and Emo go down for your 2-3. Not terrible, but 3 is your highest net worth.
I don't know what the BKB was about from Flywin though. That was interesting. I don't know how he thought he was going to be able to get out with that. One second. I just need to close my window.
Sure thing. I opened mine. Didn't tell you though. So Monet, what's he going for after Sanjin Yasha? Lina's still going for the BKB. You want Bloodthorn for the Nature's Prophet after this AC.
Uproot and after them.
Right. Yeah, I think the AC is massive for them. Like with the Nature's Prophet, because it like buffs up the whole team as well, right? Like this Lina really needs the armor aura as well. If the Lina had BKB just before the start of that fight, it would have been completely different, right? Like all of a sudden she just doesn't die to the Queen of Pain.
Force staff telekinesis, Jakiro, Impale coming through from the Rubik on the Nyx Assassin. Metamorphosis is used. Monet taking a lot of damage, but he's popped the BKB. They get the Impale onto this Shadow Shaman. Sonic Wave hits on everybody. Flywin comes in. They get the kill on a Monet. They'll take out the air, so they look over at Super. He'll burn out to the Shadow Strike, which another one will be placed on a Setsu. They won't chase him past the tier 2 tower, but maybe getting September and Flywin. How far are they willing to go? Blink, Shadow Strike, Impale misses. Net stops the TP. Now the BKB is pop up. Flywin again. BKB into a death.
Dude, that TB, when the fight kicked off before, just stood on the high ground with his illusions of a meta and just hit the Ursa. And it was so hot. Like he just got kited around the whole duration. Like he pops ult. Well, this constant slow coming through from the Skadi makes it impossible for him to run away. And the problem is, like, they're with this Lina, like they don't team fight massively well. Like they have no team fight in their lineup, right? Like they have 3 cores that are all farming really well, and they have the net worth advantage, which is great. But their lineup's like not centered around taking these big 5-on-5s. It's taking like getting pickoffs with like the Lina, getting pickoffs with the Nyx.
They're gonna look to
Radiant's middle tower
kill the
is under
Abaddon.
attack.
They've got the stun. They have the damage.
Burns, doesn't it?
That came out very American there, B-Cup. The Abaddon.
The Abaddon.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding? The Abaddon?
That's not very American.
Yeah, well, he's the Abaddon.
Okay, fair enough.
The Godfather. Okay, now there needs to be an Abaddon Godfather set.
Oh, so that'd be great. Oh, they're finding Fly. Oh, if they just missed him.
Scanning.
Ursa tries to jump forward, about
Dire's
2,000
middle
range there.
tower is
Doesn't
under
work,
attack.
unfortunately.
Gotta throw a random ice path, man.
Fly's so scared to move anywhere. Look, guys.
They
found the leader, by the way.
Setsu. I don't know if they want this. Ice
Oh, they
path
found
hits out of
Kaka.
the Rubik. They'll kill off Kaka. Emo moving forward, but his BKB is gonna run out soon. So
They really want
needs
Emo
to
here.
be careful. Silence, Hex, and they've got a Serpent
Oh,
Wards.
God.
Monet again, just getting caught too far forward. And there's the Sonic Wave. The Laguna Blade doesn't do enough to get the kill on the Emo. He's got the Aphotic Shield around him. They'll find Fly when make it a third.
Dire's
And
middle
IG
tower is under
victorious
attack.
once again.
I'm just saying, Ollie is absolutely owning on the Shadow Shaman. Like,
Oh, yeah.
It feels like he's always in the right place at the right time. Like, you're dropping these wards down, getting some key hexes off, like getting ward traps down. And it sucks to play this kind of pick-off lineup against a hero that punishes it really hard. He's picked up a gem now as well on Ollie, so they're just going to try and gain the map control here. And there's a 2k net worth advantage for the Radiant side, but I absolutely promise you they're not feeling it on RNG at all. Like they're probably feeling like they're not ahead at all.
Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised.
And like considering how much net worth Emo has, he's doing so much work.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
He's doing a really good job of just making sure he gets onto the Lina every single fight to make her as miserable as possible. Like she's
really
almost
like this
3,000. Yeah, she's almost 3,000 net worth ahead on the Lina, but when the Quat pops BKB, they don't have any way of controlling her up
Radiant are scanning.
until like Ursa maybe gets a basher at some point.
And that ward, I think it's getting pinged out.
Yeah, they need to like get up there, but the problem is like they're so scared about going up to the high ground.
Tower is under attack.
They just ping it until it dies. That's the...
Yeah, I was gonna say if they threw the sentry
Radiant's
here,
top
does
tower
that
has fallen.
land on that?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I think
That's
they got
why it's
lucky
such a-
throwing the sentry there.
If you put the observer ward just on the on the cliff, like on the top of the steps as well, that sentry doesn't see it on the high ground either. Ooh, Arcane Rune for Emo. And the Roche is up now, which is going to be the next big fight for both these teams. I think Fly has to start heading over here. He's actually just picked up a BKB on the Terrorblade as well.
Nature bouncing around, picking out the vision. Roche is up, Aegis Cheese. RNG, they're going to want to contest this, but a smoke from IG, is it for the pit, or is this to take a fight around it and then go in?
Oh, everybody just drops
Yeah.
wards. Like,
Yeah, Jakiro spotted, Jakiro killed, Fly with another one, and that's right into Roche.
you see how quick Ollie was there? Though? Like as soon as the smoke breaks, he just pops a ward on the high ground. He's like, yeah, got him. Free Roche. Easy peasy. And how bad does it feel as an Ursa lineup when you're not being able to contest any of the Roches this game? Must suck
Roshan has
so
fallen
badly.
to Dire.
Cheese on the TB, Aegis on the Quap.
Very understandable.
Kaka almost has blink on the Rubik as well with the spider legs. Jesus. There you go. Almost got the gold now, 40 gold off. And Paladin sword for the TB. Oh, that's nice.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
RNG are stuck to their base. Like, they were so far ahead with, you know, the game and their movements, and now they're the ones who are stuck hiding in their base or near it. Seems like it's IG's game to lose now.
For sure, but the thing is, again, it comes down to this fact that can RNG find the pickoffs that they need. There is an Ags on the Lena now as well, so her damage output is now absolutely crazy. Like, this pure damage is going to be insane. She doesn't have the Nether Shawl. She might decide to pick it up now that because she has the Ags. How much damage does it do?
The seeds of fortune.
This... Come on, go to the courier. Nice. 943. Pure damage.
Serpent Words.
Shadow Shaman Gaming.
Yeah, and they get this tier 3 very quickly. Telekinesis, even with the BKB mode, taking a lot of damage. The Ice Path comes in, but the BKB's been popped by Firefly.
Nice,
Sonic Wave hits on 3. That'll force them back. September in the Vendetta. Fable BKB from Flywin again, but I don't know if he can withstand
Ice
the
Path
damage.
steal.
BKB's no longer there for Firefly. Ice Path avoided. Force Staff. Now they've got the Ice Path being thrown back by Rubik. They'll get the kill on a Flywin. They look over at Setsu. They'll find themselves a second without buyback. Telekinesis is there on the Nyx Assassin. Lift him up, throw him down, get the kill on a September. Or will they? Because they all spike Carapace themselves, but it's not going to matter. And Emo comes in. Sonic Wave and the GG is called. IG take the series in a reverse sweep 2-1 victory over RNG.
That was insane by IG, actually. Like, they played that whole game really well. I think Kaka, especially on the Rubik, had a really good performance. But we did say in the draft, like, how good of a Rubik game it was. But I think the big MVP for me, honestly, is Emo. I think his redemption arc this game has been has been incredible. But,
Yeah.
you know, in fairness, they all played well. I criticised the Sabaton pick earlier on because of the laning stage, but the pick worked out for what they needed it for, right? Like, it had this defensive capability. They had the Purge available. And in the end, they had this massive teamfight advantage because if you look at RNG's side, like, they have these 3 individual cores that on paper are all very good, but just they're so greedy with what they want to do between them, right? Like, they missed that Mars, they missed the Centaur, they missed that, like, big initiation hero. And unfortunately, the TB, when it gets to this late game scenario, is able to just output all the damage in the world, and they can't really do anything about it. So, yeah, well played by IG. And they now finish the group 3-0, right? I think.
Yeah, they end up taking the top of the group. It was one of the things that we talked about was whether or not they could take top of the group.